Hey, what's up, everybody? So I've had Whoop for exactly 1 year and I discontinued it, and let me tell you why. Couple of reasons that you need to know before you got to get into this thing. Anyway, the reason that I started Whoop was because I was interested in all of those categories that Whoop tracks. So I was interested in how much strain I was participating in, how I was doing in regards to sleep, and all of those things. And full transparency, Whoop does amazing with them. Like, it really does a great job tracking all of those areas. So let's just kind of go from one category to the next, and I'll talk you through kind of how this works. So first category is going to be strain. When you look at strain, it's funny how Whoop categorizes your strain. So I already know I'm a CrossFit athlete. I already know that my strain was going to be up there. But here's what you don't kind of know about strain is Whoop categorizes strain in regards to anything cardio really high. So if you're cycling, if you're biking, all of those things, your strain is going to be pretty much pretty high. If you're doing like lifting and things like that, your strain is going to be fairly low. Now, here's the other things that really offset the strain, which I wasn't really anticipating or didn't know. When I play guitar, the strain goes through the roof. When I speak, right, public speaking, strain not so much. So those were interesting to me. So I kind of figured out what I can do to get my strain really, really high and how you can kind of hack that. I could play guitar, I could do any sort of cardio, and the strain would go through the roof. But in regards to like general lifting, not so much. So I don't know how accurate that was. Sometimes I felt like it was dead on. The other times I was like, man, just wasn't a big deal. Moving into sleep. Sleep was interesting to say the least. So I already know I don't sleep enough, and I get that. I know that I just don't. I get about 5 to 6 to 7 hours every single night. So I already knew that my sleep was going to be insufficient for Whoop. I would wake up pretty much every day in the yellow at some point. I'd modified my sleep a couple of times and I'd get in the green, great. But those are things I already knew. Now here's what Whoop doesn't tell you, which I think is so important for you guys to know. You will judge your day based off of your recovery score. And that's why I discontinued it right there. Because I would wake up in the morning, before I did my workout, I would look at my recovery score, or even if I was just gonna go do the day, I would look at my recovery score, and instantly in my mind, I thought to myself, oh, I'm at 40%, I'm at 50%. And I would tell myself that this is how I would feel. And that's not always the case. That's not always true. Matter of fact, I felt like my workouts were better when I was in the lower yellows or the red than in the green. When I was in the green, usually I was really sluggish and I didn't feel really good. So I stopped looking at my score, my Whoop score, and I wouldn't look at it until like I was halfway through the morning. Sometimes I was right, sometimes I was wrong, but it totally messes up your day. And if there is anything that I can advise on why you should not get Whoop, it is because you will dictate your life based off of a score, and you need to not do that. The second I took that thing off my wrist, and the second I was like, all right, I've been at this for a year, I'm done with it, done. Like, didn't even think about it. Workouts have gone really well. Don't have to think about, my recovery score anymore. Don't have to worry about if I slept good, if I not slept good. The numbers were good for a while, but then you need to put the numbers away. And even in regards to their data, so they're gonna spit at you a data like, here's what your month data looks like, and then here's what, your quarter data looks like and stuff like that. Neat. that's great. Okay, so you got that data. But the problem with Whoop is they don't really tell you how to analyze all of that data. And so you're left kind of scrounging a lot of the times, trying to figure out, did I do this right? Did I not do this right? You're gonna mess with things a little bit. Did I drink enough water? Did I not drink enough water? And you're constantly gonna be trying to like hack your body to get in the green. And sometimes it's just such a futile effort that it's so frustrating. And yes, I think you should track things. Yes, I think you should take things into consideration, and you should have these seasons where you're measuring. But putting this little thing on your wrist and letting it dictate your day is not good, and I would not advise it. So was it good for a while? Yes. Did it feel amazing to take it off? 100%. Absolutely outstanding. I do not miss this thing on my wrist. I do not miss it getting caught up on everything. I don't miss it on my wrist. It was an interesting year. I'm glad I'm done with it. Moving on to the next one. So if you guys know of any like trackers or stuff like that, I'm always curious. Like the Aura ring kind of interests me. But for right now, man, we just need to take a season off of tracking stuff and just be a person, man. Just be who you are. Don't have to worry about this band on your wrist dictating who you are and what you do. Take a season, analyze, and then take a season off of analyticals and just put into motion. You know, sometimes your gut is good. If you have any other questions, put them down in the comments. I'll answer them to the best of my abilities. Or if you'd like to know more information on some of that stuff, let me know, and I'll see what I can provide. But wanted to just shoot a quick little video, and maybe this will help somebody else out before you take the leap. Man, putting all that money once a month for something that tells you how you should function, I wouldn't advise. So have a great day. God bless.